The round 18 match of the day was second versus ninth, with South Fremantle travelling to Arena Joondalup to face the Falcons. The only other meeting between the two teams this year was way back in round 4, a match the Falcons won by just 3 points. South's impressive recent form meant that they travelled north with renewed confidence. Not what South Fremantle want. That is not the way to work the ball out of your defence as Jones goes long, back towards full forward. Rodder sets himself. Here's a chance for Salikas. Read it brilliantly off hands. Front and square, and Salikas just dribbles it through. He's an expert at that. Again, Van Berlo shovels a hand pass away. Martinez, though, intercepted. His hand pass eventually found Saunders. He got it off then to McIntosh. McIntosh to Cook. Threads a hand pass through to Gillespie. He can have a shot at goal. Swings it back with his right boot. That's a great effort by the big man. One-on-one there. Martinez in battle with Guadnan. Now, Guadnan, I thought, should have got a free kick. Schloith with the ball. Tries to spot up Verrier. Releases a hand pass at close quarters to Miller. Throws onto his boot and he doesn't miss.
Falcons go forward. Salikas chips, all stretching. Cunan's able to mark. Plays on really quickly. Can he spot Salikas? He stretched out the left hand. He couldn't. He'll get it back though. Marusic, Salikas, Marusic again from the right forward pocket. This would be some finish. Oh, great goal from Sean Marusic.
Clearing his hams. He got the hand pass to Guglielmana from one step. Puts it up high to centre-half forward. Miller did well to bring the ball to the ground. Jones, Magumba takes him in a tackle. Here's an opportunity for Miller. Threw it onto his boot. He had great awareness, and now it's with Saunders, and I think that is a goal. Has he been able to get that to his boot? That's extraordinary. Great effort, or had it already gone through?
Moving on, Gillespie again. The Bulldogs in full flight. This is great stuff. It comes to Martinez, and Martinez kick got smothered. Might work out again. Gillespie strongly tackled, just gets it away. Martinez now to Miller. Miller into the goal square. Simple as you like for Saunders.
So Dylan Ross goes into the middle of the ground. Kelly the target. No, it was longer than Kelly. It went to Ty. Ty onto Miller. South Fremantle can build now. Miller usually precise with his ball use. This is terrific to Winter. Winter plays on with a hand pass to Kelly. One bounce, steadies from 45, keeps it low and hard, onto the chest of Magumba. Brilliant football by South Fremantle. Schloith goes for the goal square. Up went Saunders. Was that Saunders who flew that high?
Yep.
Brilliant effort. Couldn't take the mark. Cook. Hand passes to Banner. Banner showed great composure. Miller could. Hand pass went to Verrier. Bounced off the tackler well. Hand pass to Kelly. To Miller. Saunders, can he find the handle? He can. Whips up the hand pass to Banner. And Banner has snapped on goal. Applauded through by Magumba. To Hams. Hams threads a hand pass through to Schloith. What can he do on this occasion? Goes with the hand pass. Bannock can get his third for the quarter. Onto the right boot. Absolutely no bothers.
Now to Schloith. Just shy of right half forward. Stepped away from his opponent. Takes a bounce. He's still going. Still going. Hand pass over the top. Miller, will he settle? He will. He'll kick on goal. That's super stuff from the Bulldogs. 4 unanswered goals.
Gets got in.
Marusic taking the mark. Goes back into the pocket. Bare start ground level. Salikas comes away with the footy. Hand pass knocked down by Kelly though. Salikas had a chance. I should say Salicic had a chance. Now West Perth player's gone down under the weight of a bump. Meanwhile, Fowler's picked the ball up for West Perth and snaps a goal.
See what he can do with this. He'll chip into the left forward pocket. There's 2 South Fremantle players there. Miller somehow ended up dropping it. Not sure how that happened. Gave it to Banner, back to Miller. They've worked it around, and Banner will snap a goal. That's remarkable how much time they both had, and they were still, when it all looked lost, were able to conjure up a goal, and that man there has kicked his 5th.
Yes, and he was the leading goal scorer on the ground. His 5 goals all coming in the second half. Chris Miller kicked 3, so too did Ben Saunders in his return match. They all came in the second quarter. Schloith, Magumba, Gillespie and Cook each kicked 1. And for the Falcons, Crisp and Mellington each kicked 2, whilst Kerr, Salikas, Fowler, Van Berlo and Marusic kicked 1 apiece. West Perth were well served by Rowan Kerr, who had 31 possessions and kicked 1 goal. Likewise, Josh Mellington, 25 possessions and 2 goals for. Jordan Jones in defence was outstanding, as was Andrew Strike. Manzoni had 29 possessions, 17 of them by hand. Nelson was busy with 30 possessions. Brown in defence had 26, was outstanding, and so too Van Berlo, a great first half, 21 possessions. For South Fremantle, Mitch Banner, 5 goals, 3 from 29 possessions. Ashton Hams was outstanding, except in front of goals, but he still had 35 possessions, 30 to Captain Cook. Schleith had 28, 25 to Miller. Guglielmana in and under for 25 possessions. Borovac outstanding in defence with 22 possessions and 7 marks. And Toby Bairstow busy on his wing, 26 possessions. So South Fremantle used the ball a lot by hand, having 223 hand passes. They went inside 50, 57 times to the Falcons 44. That really was quite telling. Dominated the hit-outs through the agency of Sean Tye, and the centre breaks were pretty even, but on the scoreboard was where South Fremantle really did the damage. And that's how they did it. The pattern was the Bulldogs all the way. It was close early. They led by 6 points at quarter time, by 8 at the half. They stretched it out to 35 points after an outstanding third quarter and ran away 15 goals, 16, 106 to 9, 13, 67. The final margin to the Bulldogs, 39 points.
Yes, thanks very much, Phil. And Nick, congratulations. South Fremantle really strong today, played some really good football.
Yeah, we've shown some good signs last few weeks. We've been really close, and I think today just consolidated the hard work we've been doing. And yeah, it really came together today.
We saw you a couple of weeks ago against Claremont, and as you said, you really sort of played the game out really hard, and obviously, went down by 4 points to the side that's only lost one game so far, and then you followed it up with a really good four-quarter performance today.
Yeah, and I think even the week before that against Perth, like I said, we've been showing signs, and we've just been there, and then today really consolidated with a good win.
Now, you're obviously leading very well down the back line. You've had a great game today, took obviously some good marks, but the best thing is kept a lot of the West Perth forwards, without touches of the footy.
Yeah, I think a lot of that comes down to the midfields were really good in the middle. Put a lot of pressure on, and their delivery wasn't as good. So, yeah, it really comes down to the midfield pressure, and it helped us out a lot, yeah.
Now, the good thing also, Nick, is that win gets you off the bottom of the ladder, and possibly to avoid the wooden spoon. You wouldn't have got too many of those in your career yet, have you?
No, not yet. We've been talking about that. We wanted to get off the bottom, and it's good to get off today.
So was that a source of motivation coming in a bit today? Because probably wouldn't have been too many people that used to beat West Perth.
No, there wouldn't have been, but we don't want the spoon, so it's good to get the win.
A good young side, and plenty of things starting to go right. Obviously, some of the potential starting to shine through. You've always been pretty strong in the Colts, but seems to be really coming to fruition at the moment.
Yeah, the boys are getting up to the 30, 40 game mark, starting to get some good games together, and really starting to gel as a team, I think.
Fantastic work, mate. Go and enjoy it, and well done.
Thank you.
Paul, congratulations. A great win to South Fremantle and well deserved.
Yeah, it was. It's been hard work for the boys over the last sort of 17 weeks. Only our third win, but been working on a few things, and as a coach, it's very good to see them implement it. I thought they did a really good job with it today.
We spoke a couple of weeks ago when you played Claremont and how the improvement had actually been coming gradually, and I suppose today was just dessert for all that hard work.
Yeah, whilst we've been on the bottom ladder, I don't think we've been that far. I think our average losing margin's probably only 3 goals. So we've been in it. We lost by Perth in a close one, lost to Claremont in a close one, and today we actually sustained it for 4 quarters, which has been the key. I think the last few games it's only been for 3 quarters. So that's our challenge going into next week.
It was a solid win, a solid performance, but the pressure from your midfield, your forwards, locked the ball in, was just a really good all-round performance.
Yeah, spot on. I thought the boys attacked the ball carrier, what I asked, and they pushed up all the time, and they just forced West Perth into a lot of areas coming out of their back half. So it's hard to sustain that style of play, but we did it for a long period of time and eventually got the points.
Now, you've obviously got your old foe, East Fremantle, next week. Can we expect these sorts of performances from South Fremantle now for the rest of the year?
Yeah, certainly having Ben Saunders back into the mix helped today. Just gives the guys a lot of confidence, and when the ball does go in there, he gives us a contest and he fights like hell to keep it in there. We played East Fremantle last time. We had a good win, and no doubt they'll be hurting from that, so it's going to be a good contest next week.
Now, and that win also might make you avoid the spoon, mate. You might be happy about that. You'd actually mentioned that during the week, I heard as well.
Yeah, I think the boys, one of our goals was not to get the spoon. As a coach, you just want to improve and work on the processes and the structures, but I think it does get us off. But still 5 games to go, and I've got a lot to get out of this season, and so do the boys.
Have you won many spoons in your career at all?
Well, I was at Fremantle for a few years, so what do you reckon?
Oh, well, good answer. Mate, fantastic. Good to see Southern up and winning. Well done.
Cheers, mate.
So South Fremantle's elevation from the bottom of the ladder was assisted by Peel Thunder, who were woeful against Perth. A big percentage booster by the Demons, 18-15, defeating Peel Thunder 7-7 after the Thunder kicked the first 2 goals of the match. East Fremantle were too strong for Subiaco, 15-13, 103, defeating Subiaco 10-9, 69. And at Medibank Stadium, this was a much closer one. The Royals, though, 14 goals, 11, 95, defeated Swan Districts 12-11, 83. Claremont had the week off with the bye, but they're still sitting at the top of the ladder. West Perth don't lose any ground. They retain second spot. Perth move into third. East Perth move into 4th position. Swan Districts lose their place. They slip from 3rd back to 5th. Then East Fremantle, Subiaco, South Fremantle off the bottom. And that now is with Peel Thunder. So next week, we travel to Fremantle Oval, the 3rd and final Fremantle Derby of the season. South Fremantle versus East Fremantle. We're live on air from 2 p.m.